South Korea's KOSPI soars 18%, that's the headline from the New York Times, but the real story is the wild ride that got us there. Reporting from Seoul, Cho Sang-han writes that South Korea has never witnessed a financial frenzy quite like this one. Driven by the global artificial intelligence boom, the KOSPI doubled in the first half of this year, adding trillions of dollars in value and outperforming every major global index, according to data from LSEG. But then came the whiplash. As the South Korean stock market became the epicenter of both investment enthusiasm and anxiety related to AI, it turned extremely volatile. The shifting sentiment has been focused on two leading chip suppliers to the boom in building AI data centers, Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix. Together they account for more than half the value of the KOSPI. Their memory chips store and shuttle the enormous amounts of data used in training and running AI models. The swings became so violent that regulators repeatedly ordered mandatory trading breaks almost every other day this month. By Wednesday's close, the KOSPI had plunged about 2/5 from its peak, wiping out more than $2 trillion in just 2 consecutive days. The mood reversed quickly on the heels of bullish comments from Microsoft and Amazon about spending on data centers. On Friday, the index rose a record 18%, closing at 6595 points. This violent roller coaster ride has transformed the local stock market into what some frustrated South Koreans now call the KOSPI casino, deflating the euphoria cultivated under President Lee Jae-myung. Mr. Lee had positioned himself as the highest-profile champion of the rally, anchoring his political brand to the economic windfalls of AI. Now, with the KOSPI wildly seesawing and his domestic approval ratings eroding, citizens are openly questioning whether the Lee administration overhyped a fragile market. In June, when the index hovered around 8,000, Mr. Lee famously declared the market undervalued. Just this month, he proclaimed, "I believe AI is akin to humanity discovering fire anew." Driven in part by such encouragement, millions of South Koreans opened trading accounts and bet on Samsung and SK Hynix. The company's memory chips store and shuttle the enormous amounts of data used in training and running AI models. The stock prices of both companies had dropped sharply over the last month, even as they reported huge increases in revenue and profit and said they could not keep up with demand. But on Friday, shares in Samsung soared 27%, while SK Hynix rocketed 30%. Across Asia, other markets and companies exposed to AI spending saw strong gains, albeit tame by comparison with the KOSPI. Japan's Nikkei 225 rose 4%. In Taiwan, the stock market jumped 8%, propelled by a 10% rise in shares of Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, the most valuable firm there and the producer of NVIDIA's advanced AI chips. That's the latest from Seoul. Thanks for listening.